Most people think shipping empires are built by men alone. Tough captains, hard-nosed businessmen. But they're wrong. Behind the world's largest shipping company stands a woman who was there from day one. A woman who risked everything alongside her husband. A woman who turned one ship into a global empire. This is Rafaela Aponte-Diamant, the queen of the seas and the 37.7 billion fortune she built from nothing. The girl who married a dream. Rafaela Aponte-Diamant was born in 1944 in Switzerland. Today, at 80 years old, she's worth 37.7 billion and co-owns the largest container shipping company on earth alongside her husband, Gianluigi Aponte. But Rafaela didn't inherit wealth. She didn't marry into an established empire. She built it from scratch with her husband, starting with nothing but faith and courage. Rafaela met Gianluigi Aponte in the 1960s. He was a young Italian ship captain with big dreams, but no money. She was a Swiss woman who believed in him when no one else did. A family friend remembered. When Rafaela told her parents she was marrying a poor Italian sailor, they were horrified. They thought she was throwing her life away. But Rafaela saw something others didn't. She saw ambition, she saw vision, she saw a partner. Gianluigi once said in a rare interview, "Without Rafaela, there would be no MSC. She believed in me when I had nothing. She sacrificed everything to build this dream with me." They married and moved to Geneva, Switzerland. They had almost no savings, no business connections, no safety net. But they had each other, and they had a plan, a leak that changed everything. In 1970, Rafaela and Gianluigi made the boldest decision of their lives. They borrowed money and bought a single second-hand cargo ship. They named their company MSC Mediterranean Shipping Company. It was a massive risk. If the business failed, they'd lose everything. They'd be buried in debt with no way out. Rafaela later recalled, "People told us we were crazy. A woman and her husband with one old ship trying to compete with giant shipping companies. But we didn't listen. We just worked." While Gianluigi handled operations and logistics, Rafaela managed finances, administration, and client relationships. They worked 18-hour days, 7 days a week. An early MSC employee said, "Mrs. Aponte was in the office every single day. She knew every number, every contract, every detail. She wasn't just the wife, she was the backbone." That first ship carried cargo between Europe and Africa. The margins were tight. The competition was brutal. But Rafaela and Gianluigi delivered. They built a reputation for reliability. Clients knew that when MSC promised delivery, it happened, on time, every time. A former client remembered, dealing with MSC felt different. It felt personal. Rafaela herself would call to check on shipments. That kind of care is rare in business. Within a few years, they bought a second ship, then a third. They reinvested every cent back into the business. Rafaela made sure the finances stayed tight, no waste, no luxuries. Every dollar went toward growth. A financial advisor who worked with them said, Rafaela ran the finances like a Swiss watch, precise, disciplined, flawless. That discipline is why they survived when others failed. Building an empire. Together. By the 1980s, MSC had dozens of ships. By the 1990s, over 100. By the 2000s, MSC was competing with the biggest names in global shipping. Today, MSC operates over 700 container ships, making it the largest shipping company in the world. But Rafaela's role went far beyond numbers. She shaped the company's culture and values. An MSC executive explained, "Mr. Aponte is the strategist. Mrs. Aponte is the heart. She cares about employees, about service, about doing things right. That's what makes MSC different." Rafaela personally oversaw employee welfare programs. She ensured that MSC treated its workers fairly and provided good benefits. A longtime MSC employee said, "Mrs. Aponte remembers names. She asks about families. She cares. In a company with 100,000 employees, that's extraordinary." Rafaela also pushed MSC to diversify beyond cargo shipping. She saw opportunities in the cruise industry. In 2014, MSC entered the cruise business by acquiring and expanding MSC Cruises. Today, MSC Cruises operates over 20 luxury ships and is one of the fastest growing cruise lines in the world. And Rafaela leads it. She serves as executive chairwoman of MSC Cruises, overseeing design, customer experience, and operations. A cruise industry analyst said, "Rafaela transformed MSC Cruises. She brought elegance, attention to detail, and a focus on customer experience. She turned it into a luxury brand. Rafaela herself said in an interview, "Cruises are about creating memories. We don't just move people from place to place. We give them experiences they'll never forget." Her passion for perfection shows. MSC Cruises has won awards for innovation, design, and service. The power couple strategy. Rafaela and Gianluigi run MSC as a completely private company. No public shareholders, no stock market, no outside investors. This gives them total freedom to make decisions based on what's best for the business long term, not what pleases Wall Street Quarterly. A business professor who studied MSC explained, "The Apontes control everything. That's rare and powerful. They don't answer to anyone but themselves." MSC is also famously secretive. The company doesn't release detailed financial statements. Rafaela and Gianluigi rarely give interviews. A journalist who tried to profile them said, "The Apontes are ghosts. They're worth nearly $40 billion each, but you can barely find photos of them. They value privacy above everything, but this privacy has allowed them to build steadily without distractions or pressure." Rafaela once explained, "We don't need fame, we need results. Our ships speak for us, and the results speak loudly." MSC generates tens of billions in revenue annually and dominates global shipping routes, a partnership built on respect. What makes Rafaela and Gianluigi's story remarkable isn't just the money, it's the partnership. In an industry dominated by men, Rafaela carved out her own role and earned respect through competence and vision. She didn't stay in the background. She didn't just support her husband's dreams. She built the company alongside him as an equal partner. A shipping industry insider said, "Rafaela is not a silent partner. She's a co-founder, a decision maker, a leader." MSC exists because of both of them. Rafaela and Gianluigi have been married for over 50 years. They built a business, raised a family, and created a legacy together. Their daughter Alexa Aponte-Diamant now holds a senior position at MSC. Their son Diego Aponte is CEO of MSC Cruises. The next generation is already prepared to lead. A family business consultant said, "The Apontes built something that will last generations." That's because they built it together on trust, respect, and shared values. Rafaela herself said, "Marriage and business are similar. You need trust, communication, and shared vision. Without those, both fail." The challenges she faced. Being a woman in the male-dominated shipping industry wasn't easy in the 1970s and 1980s. Rafaela faced skepticism. She was often underestimated. She had to prove herself again and again. A former business associate recalled, "Some people didn't take Rafaela seriously at first. They thought she was just the boss's wife. But after one meeting with her, they knew better. She was sharp, tough, and brilliant." Rafaela never complained. She just worked harder and delivered results. A female executive who worked under her said, "Mrs. Aponte never played the victim. She never asked for special treatment. She just demanded excellence from herself and others. That's real leadership." Rafaela also balanced building a business with raising 2 children. She refused to choose between career and family. She did both. She once said, "People told me I couldn't be a mother and build a company. I proved them wrong. Women can do both. It's hard, but it's possible." The woman behind the billions. Despite her immense wealth, Rafaela lives relatively privately. She's based in Geneva, Switzerland, but she's not flashy. She doesn't seek media attention. She doesn't post on social media. She doesn't attend celebrity events. A Swiss neighbor said, "You never know she's a billionaire." She's elegant, but understated. She's kind, but private. She's just a remarkable woman who happens to be incredibly wealthy. Rafaela is known to be cultured and refined. She speaks multiple languages. She appreciates art and design. She brings that sophistication to MSC Cruises. A cruise designer who worked with her said, "Rafaela has impeccable taste. She knows exactly what she wants. She's involved in every detail from the fabrics to the menus." Rafaela is also philanthropic, though she keeps it quiet. The Aponte family has supported education, healthcare, and cultural projects in Switzerland and Italy. A charity director who worked with them said, "The Apontes give generously but privately." Rafaela doesn't want recognition, she just wants to make a difference. The legacy. She's building at 80 years old. Rafaela Aponte-Diamant shows no signs of slowing down. She still oversees MSC cruises. She still contributes to major company decisions. She's still building. Her children are stepping into leadership roles, but Rafaela remains actively involved. A family insider said, Rafaela is transitioning slowly. She's preparing the next generation, but she's not disappearing. She'll always be part of MSC. Shipping and cruise industry analysts predict MSC will continue growing for decades under the Aponte family's leadership. One analyst said, the Apontes built a dynasty. With Rafaela's guidance and the next generation's energy, MSC could become even bigger. Rafaela's legacy is more than money. It's proof that women can build empires, that partnerships built on respect and trust create lasting success, that quiet strength is more powerful than loud ego. Rafaela Aponte-Diamant proved that behind every great fortune is often a woman who believed, risked, and built. From a leap of faith with one ship to the largest fleet on earth, from borrowing money to $37.7 billion, from doubt to dominance. That's the story of Rafaela Aponte-Diamant, the queen of the seas who built an empire on courage, vision, and partnership. If you enjoyed discovering the incredible journey of Rafaela Aponte-Diamant, let us know who we should feature next. The world's greatest empires are often built by the people history